Good morning and happy Monday, everybody. We're going to do a little bit of a different tech teaser this month. I am going to talk to you about two subjects. First one's going to be ChatGPT, which is probably a little bit more your middle school to high school. Could encompass 3rd and 4th grade as well. And then we're going to talk about Swank, our new streaming service. So sit tight, shouldn't take very long, and I'll catch you up on these real quick ones. ChatGPT, been in the news a lot lately. I bet you've heard a lot about it. Basically what you're looking at is a language processing tool that has a little bit of machine learning capabilities or AI learning capabilities. No, not like this guy. That's a bunch of dystopian nonsense. So you're going to put in a question or a statement and ChatGPT is going to spit out an answer or something that it thinks you want based on its database. The database it has is from 2021 and before. It's a lot of the internet, journal articles, magazines, newspapers, things like that. Tons of information that the creators put in there so that it could spit out what it thinks is an answer. There are limitations to it, however, and I'll get into those later. But first, let me give you some examples that I played with so you can see its capabilities. Very first thing I did was went to the AP Lit website and grabbed a question from one of their examples. ChatGPT answered it fairly well. It supplied some evidence for its answer and some analysis. Here's an AP Bio essay prompt example. Just copied, paste, threw it in. It's answering all the parts of the question from looks like answers to me. The problem is these are pretty straightforward questions with straightforward answers. So unlike the last two, this one is from AP Gov and it had more of an opinion-based answer. Provide examples, historical examples of electoral college and why it should be abolished or not. Spit out a pretty nice answer. It did use some evidence too with the Gore-Bush election in 2000. So here's an example where it's not just factual, but there are some opinions that are put into the answer. You might say, hey, Mr. Barry, what can we do to stop this? Can we put it in the AI content detector? Excuse me. Well, yeah, sure you can. This one detected one of those pieces as 39% human. Now I'm just taking those paragraphs, putting it in a rephrasing tool, not a good one, but taking it, putting it back in the detector. Now we're at 73% human. Here's an example of the most jaw-dropping one that I found. I took some stats, thank you Mr. Lindenberg, from the Ellsworth Somerset game, pasted them in as a question, told it to write an sports article about it. And it wrote a pretty darn good one. So what do we do? Where do we go from here? As educators, we can't block this completely. They can go home, use it at their house, use their mobile data on their phones. They're going to be able to get around any blocks that we have. It's going to be an AI arms race too. Detectors, then they're going to find ways around it. It's just not feasible to completely block this and make this unusable for our students. So let's use it. Use it to create lessons. Use it to think up ideas. Let your students generate some answers and critically critique it. It is a very good tool that we're going to have to use and live with. So if you have any ideas or want some questions, just let me know. We can talk through this. Also, I have some articles that I posted in the email detailing what this is, how we can use it. Some of them more technical, some of them more layman's terms, and what you can possibly use as an educator. So take a look at that. Let me know if you have questions. Now on to Swank. That I am proud to bring to you is our streaming service called Swank. No longer do you need to log on to your own Amazon account to stream movies for your classroom or entertainment purposes in school. You don't have to use the DVDs. We have this entire streaming service that is full of a bunch of educational movies and feature films. Take a look here. I'm going to go to Content Manager so you can see this. There are 214 movies that we have access to no matter what. There's also 301 credits where you can request as the teacher a video that you might want to use in your classroom, or even our entertainment purposes such as before winter break. Let me take a look. Let me show you something about this first. If you want to request a movie, you're going to search for it. I'm going to use Mr. Cadlick as an example because he uses this in his Dickens unit. Disney's Christmas Carol. Finds it. It's not part of our service right now, but he can hit request. It'll go to me. I can allow that request, and within minutes he can then be showing that movie in class. Another really awesome feature. I'm going to click on Inside Out, and I am going to want to share this. So for example, if a student is gone, or they maybe are gone for a week and they need to watch it, I can hit share and I can copy the direct link, and a student can go in and watch that movie for your class even though they're not participating in school at the time. Really cool feature. Last thing is subs can go in here and search for the movies and play that too. I hope this helps you out. Let me know if you have any questions. I definitely will show this to you in more depth. Thanks for watching today. Have a great Monday, and we'll see you all later.